Hello and welcome to the new and improved 4th Annual Kayton Awards. Please fasten your ninja headbands for this exciting thrill of listening to me talk for 10 minutes about stuff I love. As always, this show was created to mimic the Oscars by having just about as many awards as that entire showcase but dedicated entirely to animation. This year, I've looked at 31 pieces of media that came out or were watched by me in 2020. Any and all opinions are extremely subjective, so feel free to roast me on them. On to the show! Best New Series: The Owl House, Disney, created by Dana Terrace. This has been on my radar since Dana Terrace was a guest on a Game Grumps stream like 4 years ago. With writers who've worked on previous Disney series such as Starversus and DuckTales, the series had much going for it when it released last year. That said, I didn't really warm up to the series until the 4th episode, when the excitement of magic lore really combined with characters that I would begin to grow to love. The community has been extremely fun to be a part of from week to week, and strong female characters, maybe even liking other female characters, make the series easy to look forward to in further seasons. Best Animated Film: Wolfwalkers, directed by Tom Moore and Ross Stewart. Wolfwalkers is the only thing that made me get an Apple TV trial, and then immediately cancel it because their format is awful, and for streaming, don't at me. I put this film above other, more known films like Soul and Weathering with You because of its incredible art style that isn't seen frequently in animation. Only the heads at Cartoon Saloon seem to believe in this style more reminiscent of an artist's fine arts portfolio mixed with 60s cartoon flair. The use of mark-making, flatness, and stylized perspective, characters actually having parents, whoa. It's an experience that feels tailored to me who enjoys texture in art. Best Opening: GP by Yukata Yamada, Great Pretender, and It's a Tie, Daddy Daddy Do by Masayuki Suzuki, Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2. The biggest problem with openings these days is, wow, there are actually too many good ones to choose from. My criteria for OPs and EDs are as follows. Does it pump you up? How is the animation of the OP-ED? Is the art style innovative? Does it contextually work with the show or lore? So with these two openings, I'm completely split. For GP, it hits innovative with a minimalist art style, reminding you of Cowboy Bebop and Lupin the Third. It hypes me up in a way where I gotta go pop some popcorn because you know it's gonna be good. Conversely, with Daddy Daddy Do, the song and the visuals are just so Love is War. In this opening, you're given an entire small snippet of what the series is about just through the 90-second opening. Every character is perfectly introduced, and it's a self-sufficient little story arc right there. I found myself just wanting to watch it every time, no skipping, no getting up, because I was getting baby Love is War right there before the main course. Good shit. Best Ending: Night Running by Shin Sakiura, feat. Amy. Night Running for me was the best part of Brand New Animal. Trigger's used the style before in their Little Witch Academia endings, which I also awarded, I'm not biased. It's also mixed with contextual significance for the show and the two main characters. Once it was used as an insert in the show itself, it was hard for me to give it to others. And yes, I know Freddie Mercury did an ending for Great Pretender too. That's not an award, that's just historical significance. Best Pokemon Medium of 2020. Also known as, no, you don't have a Charizard sitting in a shoebox in your parents' basement, get over yourself. Pokemon Journeys. OLM Incorporated, Netflix. I swear, I keep telling people that this Pokemon anime, it's good. It's better than Sword and Shield was as a game. As a background, I've watched all of the Pokemon anime in its Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Diamond and Pearl arcs. I've watched nearly every movie, except like 3, so 22 films. This series, on its own, takes everything you love about Pokemon and rolls it into something great for new watchers and veterans of the franchise. Ash and Go have different roles, one a trainer, one a catcher, they go to every region, and they even do callbacks to previous anime lore. Because Ash is eternally 10, but he has been to 8 regions and everybody knows this kid, can you believe it? He has a good team. They finally let him have Lucario. He has a Dragonite. He has a Gengar. Go is out here doing everything you wanted Ash to do, catch them all. None of the characters are one note, and they actually build on each other. By keeping a small cast, but giving the audience the full world, we've gotten more from Pokemon in this series than anime or even games past. Best Return to Form. Young Justice, Outsiders. Technically, this series came out in 2019, but you'll have to excuse me if DC didn't put it behind its paywall of a stream service despite the years of Netflix petitions for it. Now that it's on HBO Max, I did a binge of the previous 2 seasons since it's been a fair few years since I'd seen them. And boy, did this new season not disappoint. We can lament about how Teen Titans Go has been completely thrown into a slap chop these last few years, But if you didn't watch Young Justice then, you should now. It barely feels like there's a gap in time, give or take a few animation differences. Even if you're a mild fan of DC, they really build on the characters and make you want to wiki and learn everything about them. Compare that to enduring the DC live-action franchise, well... Best Popeye Died for Our Sins. Lupin III the First. Look, in 2014, Genndy Tartakovsky was working on a Popeye movie. He used animation techniques in 3D to mimic the rubber hose techniques of Popeye at the time, and rather than trying to make animation more realistic, he used the medium to do what live action can't. Then it was spinach canned, and he went on to make Hotel Transylvania 2, 3, etc. We're in 2021 now, and movies like Scoob and Lupin III prove that Genndy was just ahead of the times. Lupin's animation style combines the look of the original anime with gorgeous hyper details and CG, of course the zany antics of Lupin himself. Best anime about making anime. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. So this category is a little sparse and niche, but that's the point. Besides Bakuman and Shirobako, there haven't been a huge amount of manga anime discussing the art of creating the medium. Then Eizouken comes in here with a wham, pow, blam, and blows us away with its evocation of love for all things anime. Helmed by Masaki Yuasa, of Devilman Crybaby fame, the audience is thrown into a crazy world of 3 high school students making an anime club and creating anime sequences that are better than actual anime that we see in seasons today. Best Pixar Film. Soul. Usually, we don't need this category because there's one a year. I don't have much to say about Soul. It's on Disney+, you've probably already seen it. That said, it was a very good time, and the structure and pacing of the film gains major points. I've heard from others it was predictable, but it led me to a state of animation brain off that let me just enjoy it for what it was, a quality Pixar movie. Unlike that other one. You know, the one that sold Happy Meals during a pandemic. No, seriously, do you know how many Onward McDonald's commercials we had to endure? Best Memeage Award. Love is War. And The Owl House. It's a tie, so I should give it to just one. But I couldn't not think about how funny some choice jokes were in both series. Here's the memes.
Oh my gosh, I haven't eaten real food in so long. Please give me some.
I don't know, Gus. If Amity saw that...
I saw that! Are you sure? I could help carry you if it really hurts.
I'm fine. Who's Amity?
And scoop! Oh, wow. Sports.
Best Binge Season. Agretzko, Season 3. Netflix. Sanrio. There are so many series that I anticipate and do Wikipedia dives for, but this Sanrio series just shows up on Netflix one day, and it's go time. I feel like the average Netflix viewer goes onto the app and says, wow, that thing updated with the new season? Okay, I will stop what I'm doing and watch it right now. But when you, write up awards every year and type long-winded shit into the void, maybe you're a bit obsessive. With the Gretzko, I don't have to be. I see it gets watched, I tell my friends, oh my god, it was great. It's too easy. Best anime I tried to get people who don't watch anime to watch. Great Pretender. Netflix. Studio Wit. Great Pretender has so much flair, you guys. Their character designs are fresh and very un-anime. The plots and locations are rooted in reality, and yet it's the medium of anime itself that lets it be as good as it is. The hatched heists and plans can be a touch crazier, and the versions of real locales feel full of wonder thanks to Studio Wit putting in the time to make all of their backgrounds pop. I like to watch anime over normal TV because of shows like this, where everything feels elevated. Best Short Form Animation. Adventure Time Distant Lands, Obsidian. Cartoon Network. We really need to thank HBO Max for giving us good cartoon content back. I'm super excited with everything announced for the next coming years, and I'm sure it's partly due to giving us that Adventure Time content we deserved. While there are 2 more in the Distant Lands series left, Obsidian might be the most important loose-end tie-upper we could get. Adventure Time came out in 2010, right? A time when 2 major characters definitely had never dated. True fans, we know. But this new streaming format and the major strides animation has done for us in the last decade allowed us to dedicate time to Marcy and Bubblegum's story. I felt so fulfilled from Season 3, Episode 10, or whatever. As a side note, Teen Titans Go is also getting a miniseries on one of their more successful episodes, The Night Begins to Shine. Short-form storytelling might become more prevalent and actually stay as a category for years to come. Best, I was almost too late to the party series. She-Ra and the Princesses of Power. DreamWorks. Netflix. Listen, I watched Voltron, I told myself, I'll watch She-Ra, I'll get to it, and then I didn't. Finally, my dumb brain let Netflix take hold of me and watched 4 seasons of She-Ra all at once, with a few months before the final season came out. I'm so glad it did. I might not so secretly have an agenda about female characters getting together, see above and above, but Princesses of Power was a show I wish I could have watched as a kid. It had arcs, it had magic. I would have wanted an action figure. My brother already cosplays He-Man. I want to be She-Ra. Or Catra. Probably Catra. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for letting me get probably several copyright strikes. Okay, you gotta get out, please. I only paid for 11 minutes of Cinemark's private movie showing. Yes, you have to pay for your own drink tab. No, you can't theater hop. This is 2021. What do you even want to watch?